Hi everybody, this is Adrienne Joyce of Miss Joyce Tarot, and I'm here with the weekly tarot horoscope. And this is where I pull some cards for each of the zodiac signs, and you can apply the reading to your sun, moon, or rising. And in case you didn't know, I also pull a daily card during the week, so make sure you tune into that as well, Monday through Friday. And this week on the 20th, we are coming up on a new moon. It's a new moon in Cancer, and this will be the second new moon in Cancer that we will have. We had one at the beginning of Cancer season at 0 degrees Cancer, and now we're having another new moon at around 29 degrees Cancer. So this is, something that happens sometimes. I think every couple of years maybe, where we have a sign that appears twice in a month, either in 2 new moons or 2 full moons. But I'm excited about it because I'm a Cancer rising, so this could be a really interesting new moon for all of us. We think of Cancer as being a really emotional sign, which it is, but it's also a cardinal sign. So Cancers are very emotionally aware, and they're able to channel their emotions in the direction that they really want it to go. And, for better or for worse, they handle their own emotions. They try to manage other people's emotions sometimes, trying to make them feel good. Cancer is also a sign of being comfortable, feeling at home. And so this is a really good opportunity for everybody, whether you have important Cancer placements in your chart or not, to really look at your new beginnings in terms of emotional intelligence. Sometimes we get into a mode where we express emotions and we do it uncontrollably. We don't think about it, we react instead of thinking before we act on how we feel. And sometimes that happens, and we're only human, but by the same token, that doesn't absolve any one of us of responsibility. We're still responsible for our actions. And if we act in a way where we are not truly in control of our reactions, where we just kind of, fly off the handle, maybe we're, lose our temper or something like that, then, once we come to ourselves, we are still responsible for the things that we do. But this is a good time for us to really make new beginnings and try to become more aware of how we feel. No emotion is off the table. We have to feel what we feel, whether it's anger or sadness, fear, happiness, excitement, all of the emotions, anything from A to Z that runs the gamut. We are and should be allowed to express any of these emotions, but by the same time, we can make a pledge to really express these things responsibly, to really try to be aware of what we're feeling at the time that we're feeling it, and to express it in a way that is respectful of all involved. And even anger can be expressed responsibly. Nobody likes to feel anger from somebody else, but if it is justified, then it's justified, and you have to be responsible also to yourself in order to express anything that you feel, any anger that you feel, any sadness. And also, don't be afraid to show your love to other people, show joy. Sometimes we hold back on doing that, fearing that we will be rejected or it won't be met with the same type of enthusiasm that we give it to other people. But the point of expressing your emotion is not necessarily to appease the other person, but is to make yourself feel good. And if it serves your highest good to express any emotion, love, anger, sadness, whatever the case may be, then that's what you should do. So if you would like a personal reading with me, please visit the links in the description box. I offer personal readings at my Etsy shop. Also, you can order a reading from my website. And I also do readings as part of my Patreon plans. And patrons are eligible to get monthly readings. So you might want to check that out as well. And so now I'm going to start pulling the cards for the signs. I'm going to start with Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment, Aries. And your card for this week is the Five of Swords. So this may be a week where you are having to deal with a lot of conflict, potentially. And we have a lot of Aries energy going on as well. And so this may affect you particularly. And so the thing to do would be to really make sure, you know, we talked about emotional responsibility at the beginning of this video. And so, you know, if you have to express anger or anything like that, then do it in a way that is respectful of other people. You can show anger, you can show conflict. And sometimes, you know, this card is associated with really, you know, being unnecessarily hurtful with your words. You know, the swords represent communication in some respects. So it could be that you are expressing yourself in a way that is hurtful unnecessarily, when you can say the same thing and get the same impact by doing it in a more diplomatic way, we shall say. And there's so much noise going on outside, so yay. And so at the bottom of the deck here we have the Page of Pentacles. And so the page is a little bit more measured in terms of the way they react to situations. And as you can see, this page is actually studying his coin or his pentacle, and he is making sure he sees all the angles. He is not rushing into anything. He is, or she is studying the situation. And so when it comes to any kind of conflict that you're having this week, don't necessarily rush in to say things in order to one up somebody or to retaliate against someone who is being mean to you. You know, take a little bit more of a diplomatic approach. And in the long run, you know, it feels good sometimes to get your anger out in the short term, but in the long run, you may want to do it in a way that maintains relationships, and that, you know, you may not be friends, but you don't have to be enemies. And so now we're going to move on. We're going to go to Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. Taurus, please like, share, and subscribe. Comment. And Taurus, your card for this week is the Ace of Swords. So we have another sword in a row. And so this is a card about new beginnings. And with the new moon coming up on Monday, this is right in line with that. This is about having new ideas with the swords. You know, the swords are all about ideas, communication, logic. And so you may have a really great idea in your head that you want to move forward with. And it could be in any realm of life. But I find with the Ace of Swords that sometimes new beginnings mean that you have to cut something off. You know, it's like one time I used an analogy. You know, you have to take the nail polish off your fingers in order to put on a new coat of another different color. So sometimes you have to cut things or do things or eliminate things in order to start something new. And wow, You know, we have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck here, and so this is doubly saying that, you know, this is something that you should push forward with the wands. This could be something with career, but it could also be anything that you are passionate about. The wands are a spark of inspiration, so definitely go with your inspiration. This is something you should move forward with, and just make sure there is nothing in your way. You know, taking the swords, the Ace of Swords here, make sure there's nothing in your way that is going to block you from moving forward. If there's anything standing in your way, push it aside, get rid of it, cut it off before you start something new. And so now we're going to move on to Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Gemini, your card is the Seven of Cups. So this could be an emotional time for you. This could be where there are a lot of things going on in your life. And I don't know, I think, did you have this card last week? I don't know, but I seem to think that maybe we did. But regardless, whether we did or not, this may be an emotional time for you, something where you're going to have to sort out a lot of moving parts, a lot of emotions. And, you know, it could run the gamut from happy to sad, you know, as you were talking about earlier with the whole vibe of this new moon in Cancer. So, you know, it may be a time for you to kind of slow down, maybe not react so quickly. And we have the Ace of Wands here at the bottom again. So, you know, this is definitely in line with the new moon, with a new beginning. You know, before you start something new, before you move on to a new project, take a pause to get your emotions in check. You know, take an inventory of how you feel about things. And, you know, so before you do anything, get it right with yourself. You know, make sure that you're okay, that you're able to handle whatever it is that you want to move forward with. And it may just be a matter of, you know, a few days, you know, to think about it, to sleep on it. And that may be all it takes. But make sure that you are seeing things clearly and not just reacting before getting the full picture. So now we're going to move on to Cancer, and this is your new moon that we're coming up on the 20th. And Cancer, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Cancer, your card is the Five of Cups. So, you know, once again, this could be an emotional new moon for you. This could be a time where you are, you know, maybe a little bit disappointed that things are not going exactly the way you want them to go. And it could be that, you know, maybe things are going to take a little bit more time than you thought. But, you know, definitely realize that all is not lost. You still have a lot of opportunity ahead of you. And it may just be a matter of trying to, you know, correct the things that didn't go right, or maybe those things weren't meant to be there in the first place. You know, you may have to consider that perhaps anything that didn't go the way you wanted them to go happened for a reason, and you may not see it now, but over time you may see that, you know, maybe you dodged a bullet, maybe it's going to be okay. And with the Seven of Wands, you know, this could also be feeling that perhaps you have taken on a lot of responsibility. Maybe you feel pressure, you know, that this loss or disappointment that you're feeling is because you feel that other people are watching you, other people are looking at you, and that you are a failure, you know, in other people's eyes because things didn't turn out the way you thought they would. And, you know, it could be a matter of pride where you're having to really defend yourself in the face of something that didn't go necessarily to plan. But just keep in mind that perhaps maybe other people are not looking at you as harshly as you think they are, and that this is just you just really feeling as if you have to be on the defense. So think about that, and also know that whatever, like I mentioned before, whatever mistakes have been made can be corrected, and it's no big deal. You don't have to. You can definitely honor the way you feel in terms of your disappointment, but by the same token, know that it eventually will blow over. It just, things don't stay the same. Life is dynamic, and things will turn around for you. And so now we're going to move on to Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Leo, your card is the Seven of Cups. We had this for Gemini. And so this could be an emotional time for you where you are all over the place, where you really don't know what to think. And sometimes it's hard to make any kind of decision when your emotions are not settled, when you're maybe ambivalent, maybe you have different ways to look at the situation, and you don't really know how to feel. Sometimes we just don't know how to feel about a certain situation, and it may take time in order to settle in and to sort it out, to see, what is it that you exactly feel. And the card we have on the bottom here is the Four of Swords, and so this is definitely saying take a time out. I think it's interesting, in the Seven of Cups card, we have emotions that are running away with us, and sometimes our emotions are running away with us because we think too much about it, which kind of ties into this Four of Swords. We keep going over and over and over these situations in our mind, and it gets to a point where we're going around in circles, circular thinking, and we don't really come to a conclusion the way we need to. So with the Four of Swords, it's just saying, just take a time out, from all of that thinking. And once you take a little bit of a break, you will be able to come to some conclusions. Also, keep in mind that the new moon cycle is a 2-week period, so you don't have to do anything right away. As a matter of fact, it's probably best to wait a few days after the new moon before you actually take any action on anything. So definitely take those few days to calm down, relax, and come back to the problem on another day. And so now we're going to move on to Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Your card is the Three of Swords. So you may have to deal with a little bit of disappointment during this week. It may be something that you hear, some information that you receive. It could even involve other people where people are not being truthful with you, and that causes you to be very disappointed in them. And so with the card on the bottom, we have the Hanged Man, and I'm holding it upside down, but for these readings I always do the upright. On my personal readings, actually, I do reversals, but for these readings, I do upright cards only. And so, with the Hanged Man, what Spirit is saying is that maybe if you hear something that is really upsetting to you, don't react right away. You know, this is kind of like a theme that has been running through these readings, and it's something that I talked about at the top in terms of being able to handle your emotions. And so the thing is to take a step back, you know, think about what's going on first. Think about what's going on, why this may be happening. Maybe even look at it at a different perspective. You know, maybe it may seem to be a hurtful situation, but maybe it may not be. You know, you don't want to be, you know, stupid about it. You know, if someone is messing with you, you know, then you want to be able to definitely react appropriately to that. But take a step back first and try to determine what that appropriate reaction is. You know, whether it is to be angry or to do whatever it is you need to do in order to resolve the situation. Just give it a little bit of time first before you rush in, and think of it from all the different angles that you can possibly look at it. And so now we're going to move on to Libra. Sun, moon, or rising. Libra, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And the card that we have, Libra, is the Nine of Cups. So this is a really nice card. This is the so-called wish fulfillment card, and you could be at a point with this new moon on Monday where you are able to fulfill your dreams, to fulfill something that you have been wanting to do for a while. Something that you've been waiting for is actually coming to fruition, and that's just a great thing, something to enjoy, you know. But just make sure that you get what you think you're getting, you know. With the Seven of Swords here as our bottom cards, you know, this is seen as the classic card of deception, that maybe somebody is not being honest with you, or maybe you are fooling yourself. So there's a saying also to be careful about what you wish for. Make sure that what you want is in your integrity, you know, which this card is also, you know, talks about doing things with integrity, you know, or not doing things with integrity. So make sure you're within your integrity. Make sure what you want is for your highest good, you know, which is, you know, it's not necessarily completely selfish. You know, it's okay to get the things that you want for yourself, but also, you know, a steady diet of, you know, completely just doing things just for your own sake, and be damned what other people think, you know, may not work out so well. So that's just something to think about, you know. And yeah, just something to think about. And so now we're going to move on to Scorpio. Sun, moon, or rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Scorpio, your card is the King of Pentacles. I'm sorry, I had to pause because my phone was ringing, but this is a card that could be telling you that this is going to be a really good and abundant time for you, this new moon cycle. And this could really be things coming to fruition on a financial level, or it could be your health, or you know, things could just be going really well in your physical world, your surroundings, your household. And you know, this also could be you having to take responsibility for other people. You know, you may have to look after somebody. And the card on the bottom here is the Four of Wands. So, you know, the Four of Wands is a card about celebration, but it's also about institutions in a way, foundations, you know. So, and this could really represent a family situation, or even a job situation, as the one sometimes signify career. So this is kind of like a responsible time for you, but in a good way. In a good way. This is something where you are happy to be a part of this happening, this event, this circumstance. You're happy to be responsible for someone, or to take care of someone who may need your help. And you're happy to have that abundance, to have that, have the resources to be able to help other people. So this is definitely a good thing. You may be able to do some good out there in the world. So you can't get any better than that. That's a great thing. So now we're going to move on to Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Sagittarius, your card is the Six of Swords. So Sag, this new moon cycle could be you really starting something new, going from something that was not a good situation, something that was chaotic, and moving to something that is calmer and more peaceful, and that really serves your highest good. So this could be relief for you, this whole new moon period. And you have had to go through a lot, as this Strength card, I think, signifies that this has been a very trying period of time for you. Your recent past has been really challenging for you, but that you have really stood the test of strength, of time here. You have really taken the inner resources that you have, and you have persevered. So, congratulations for that. And because you have stayed steady and have been compassionate and have been using your inner resources to keep things going, you're getting the reward of now being in a situation that is more beneficial for you. So, congrats on that. And so now we're going to move on to Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Capricorn, your card is the Death card. And so this is really a period of time of transformation for you. We have the new moon in Cancer, which is your opposite sign. So, this could really be affecting you a lot as well, as well as other cardinal signs. But this is a time for you to embrace whatever changes are coming about at this time, because these changes are going to be for your highest good. It's going to be something that's going to be beneficial for you. And wow, the card on the bottom here is the World. So fear not any transformation that is going to be coming up for you this week as a result of this new moon energy, because the World card is all about success, all about having completed something that is challenging. It could be a whole cycle, it could be a lifetime. And it's really interesting, that we are, with this new moon, we're actually kind of rounding out the North Node and in Cancer, and South Node in Capricorn. We're kind of rounding out that kind of energy, that cycle, because we, for the past 18 months, we have been going through that. And I think with this new moon, we're kind of ending that cycle. So this definitely is a sign that whatever you've been going through over this, period of time, and, Saturn is going to be in Capricorn until the end of the year. So, you still may have a ways to go, but this is a sign telling you that whatever transformation, whatever's coming up for you right now is going to be for your highest good, and you are going to rejoice by the end of this time period, this 2-week period. By the end of the year, you're going to be good. So congratulations. And so now we're going to move on to Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And look at Aquarius. Your card is the 8 of Swords, and I don't know why I get the feeling that you do get this card a lot. And this is telling you that for this new moon period, it is definitely time for you to step forward, to go into a brand new beginning without fear. This card can be about fear of moving forward, and this is telling you that, you know, we're in a new moon. We're in a new moon cycle, so you don't have to be afraid. And, you know, your fears could really be centered around finances. This is the card on the bottom of the deck. And maybe your fears have been around finances. Maybe it's been about being afraid that you are not receiving the support you need. It could be financial. It could be from other people, from family members, that life is not giving you a fair shake, you know. But now is the time to step forward from those ideas. You know, you can achieve any of the goals that you set out for yourself. You could, you know, it's possible that things are not really going well for you, or things could be going a little bit better, but you do have the ability to try to make the changes that you need to make. You look for resources, you know, look for friends, look for family, and look for professional help if you need it. You know, it could be, you know, social service agencies. It could be the church, as we have shown in this card here, or a religious institution. It could be spiritual leaders that you know of, spiritual teachers. It could be doctors. It could be a whole host of things. You know, whatever you think your problems are, take them one at a time and go to the appropriate experts in those fields in order to be able to help you out of any situation that you're in. And it could also be you going within, you know, asking for help from spirit guides, but also pulling on your own strength and to just really step out of those fears. You know, sometimes it just is a matter of taking that one step. And once you take that one step, the other steps follow much more easily than you could ever imagine. And so now we're going to move on to Pisces, sun, moon, or rising. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And Pisces, cards are going all over the place here. Your card is also death. We had this earlier for another sign as well. And we had it for Capricorn. And this is showing that this new moon cycle could be a time period where you are going through some kind of transformation in your life. And once again, you know, sometimes it's hard when we have to make changes in our life, but by the same token, on this card there is the sunrise here. So definitely take that to heart and know that any changes that you're making is making a way for a new beginning. And what a lovely card we have at the bottom of the deck here. We have the Lovers. And so I think that what this is saying is that whatever changes, whatever transformations are going on in your life, what is going to come out of it is that you are going to be a new person, a new authentic person, that you will be able to share yourself in relationships and in any situation more authentically, that you can truly be yourself, and when you're yourself, you also attract things that are better for you, because when you give out a certain energy, you have a tendency to get it back. And when you're giving out authenticity, then you're going to get realness back to you, and which is what we want. I think most of us just want things to be real. We don't want to be fooled. We don't want to be dealing with fake, phony people. We don't want to be in situations that seem to be one way and are really another. We want authenticity. And so the changes that you make to yourself, which this card, the Death card, is really signaling, the changes that you make are going to come back to you in kind, and you will see that your whole world, your outlook, the things that come back to you will be different, better, and more authentic. So thank you so much, everybody, for listening. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will talk to you soon.